I promised myself for years that before my next gaming chair broke, I was actually going to spend the money to replace it with something high quality, rather than do what I always end up doing, which is just waiting for the thing to break and inevitably buying the cheapest thing and the quickest thing Amazon can send me at the time. I needed quality for once. I needed an actual brand name for a change. I needed something that could handle a 12-hour session of Animal Crossing. What, were you expecting Call of Duty? Look, you want to land a 360 no-scope or learn financial responsibility and pay off Tom Nook, because only one of those is going to help you later in life. And then my chair broke. Again. And as always, I was left to just buy the first thing Amazon could send me, which is what I'm currently sitting in now. It's by Song Mix or Song Mics. I really have no idea. It's not exactly a household name, but I did get their top of the line model, the red one. From what I can tell, it's just another of the billion generic companies on Amazon selling the exact same cookie cutter designs, and it kinda shows. I've only owned this thing for 4 months, and yet the padding in the seat is already completely flattened out. The lumbar pillow has completely collapsed. Nothing holds the neck pillow in place, so it slides off all the time. A cap on the right armrest keeps falling off. And speaking of the armrests, they have more wobble in them than a dashboard hula dancer. I've gone through so many computer, gaming, office, whatever chair you want to call it, and by far, this one has gone downhill the fastest, so it's time. It's time. I'm actually going to do it. I need a high quality gaming chair, and I actually need to find out if there really is a difference between paying the top dollar for those or paying the bottom dollar for one of these. Enter Ewin, America's #1 heavy-duty gaming chair company. They were kind enough to provide me one for evaluation, their Champion Series ergonomic gaming chair, with stain-resistant 2.0 PU leather and rated to hold 400 pounds. They even sent me one in my brand colors. Now, full disclosure for YouTube's rules, this was provided to me for review by Ewin. Thank you very much. But don't think that's gonna stop me from being honest though. Like, I have to be honest. I'm a reviewer, and you guys, if you've been watching long enough, know I don't hold back my opinions, and my honest opinion is this thing's impressive. For starters, the first thing that got me right out of the box, this thing was already half assembled. The pillows were already strapped into place, the arms were already attached, and the legs were all one solid piece. I'm used to these companies just throwing the parts in a box with an erector set and wishing you the best of luck. Even the parts you do get are minimal. I mean, look at this. This is all you have to keep track of. Not that there isn't a lot to screw in, but Ewin had the foresight to actually set the bolts in their proper places in advance, instead of just giving you a bag of screws and hoping you can figure out which hole gets which bolt. This makes the instructions easy to follow as well. The chair only has 14 steps, and 2 of them were already done before I opened the box. The build itself was pretty straightforward. The website says it's a 10 or 15 minute build, but I didn't quite pay attention and had to redo a few parts, plus I tend to take my time building anything, so I was in it for about 30. Frankly, the hardest part was hefting the chair up to place on the cylinder. It was heavy for my frail geek arms. This thing has more metal in it than my last 2 chairs combined. Do you know what else it has? These! Like actual safety gloves. I mean, you would think of this. Half the assembly is done right out of the box, and yet Ewin is the company that's actually worried about my digits while I assemble it. Now, come on, Ewin, let's get real. Like, this is a professional Transformer player you're talking to. I have spent decades reshaping robots with these fingers. I'm capable of separating a 2x2 Lego plate from another 2x2 Lego plate. I have thrown Bowser off the platform in Super Mario 64 so many times. I have gained calluses on the palms that could stop bullets. And you think I'm going to need these to protect my hands? These are built for combat. I mean, I did still wear them. It asked me to wear them in the instructions, and they were even polite about it. I mean, who am I to be rude? The first thing I noticed about this chair was the legs, which consists of one solid steel starfish. This alone made me happy. All my old chairs had plastic legs. Some of them were even in segments I had to build myself, and gee, guess where those broke first? Yes, I may be the plastic addict, but when I need something to keep the forces of gravity from defeating me, metal all the way. The same was true about the underside, where you screw the metal base into more metal, unlike the last one where I could swear I heard wood cracking as I attached parts. So already the heavy-duty description seems pretty on point. The design itself is also nice, with the diamond stitch pattern and different surface textures. Certainly better than generic pattern number 3. The PU leather also has a nice feel, especially compared to I'm not entirely sure what the old chair was made with, but it definitely does not feel as good. The seat isn't as wide, but that's because this is a racing style chair, meant to cradle you for long gaming sessions, or in my case, the long editing sessions. It's like the chair is constantly giving you a little hug, like it's giving you some kind of gentle support when the games get intense. I mean, emotional support hugs from a gaming chair. About time I had one that understood my emotional needs. Let's talk comfort, because that's what a chair has to be, and I'm happy to say it's a very nice sit. Along with the aforementioned hugging, the seat itself is using high-density foam. Firm, but enough give to be comfortable for hours. It's resilient stuff. The cushions are spot on in the size and position. The lumbar pillow is big enough for my entire lower back, and the neck pillow is actually smaller than my previous chair, which is actually correct. On cheap models, these usually end up getting designed closer to pillows than neck rests, which usually means you have to put them up a little bit higher in order to actually act as a pillow, but that's where it starts getting really easy for it to slip off, just like that. I mean, seriously, look at the shape. Look at the shape. What moron honestly thinks that this little elastic band, which barely has any friction by the way, is actually going to stay on when it's angled to specifically not hold on to anything? The Ewin chair has the appropriate spaces in the back for the cushion strap, so it's not going anywhere, and the height is adjustable, which you can also do with the back cushion as well. The result is a lot of support hitting just the right areas at just the right size. So quickly, let's cover standard stuff. The base has 2 levers, one on the left side to lock and unlock the chair's rocking, and the right one adjusts the height. Behind the right armrest, you'll find the lever to control the incline of the back, which goes anywhere from 85 degrees to 155 degrees, so basically anywhere in the Florida temperature spectrum. It's not a bad chair to take a quick nap in with the support pillows, to be honest, and the legs are actually wider than my usual chairs, so I have less paranoia of falling out of one of these things and getting concussed if I fall asleep. What's really cool about the chair are the armrests, which have enough buttons to actually be a chair from the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. One is obvious, it controls the height of the rest, but then you've got another one that slides the rest forward and backward, and then another button that slides the top of the rest in and out. If that's not enough adjustment for you, they rotate as well. I mean, it's expected of a chair to watch out for your butt above all else, but you know what? It's nice to actually find a chair that remembers I have these things that occasionally need support too. From top to bottom, everything on this chair has been more solid than any I've built before. It's metal construction. The wheels are larger and not the cheap generic casters I usually get. Even the bolts for this thing are thicker than usual. I honestly did struggle just to get this thing onto the cylinder because it was so heavy. Everything about this tells me it'll last longer than any chair I've had before. So my final conclusion is this. Yeah, you absolutely get what you pay for. This thing I am sitting in right now does not hold a candle to the one to my left, and this is probably going to be the final video for this thing, and very, very eager to move on to my new best sit. It honestly is the nicest chair I have ever owned. Like, the Ewin Champion series is easily the most impressed I've ever been with a gaming chair, and that was apparent as soon as I opened the box. Everything about it is just so much better than I typically get. And it's perfect timing. I'm really gonna need something to keep me comfy for the new Pokemon games. Okay, look, you have your hardcore gaming, I have mine. Nope. Can't do the Riker. Can't do the Riker, sit. I'm too short. So thank you again to Ewin for providing me the chair, and thank you all for watching. If you're ready to try out a higher end chair and you are like me and are just kind of sick of the cheap junk that you have to settle for, then please check the description below. You're going to find a link to the Ewin website, and you'll have a coupon code, TJOmega, to get 20% off a chair of your own. So take it, sit well, be happy. You deserve a better quality chair, period. So thank you guys for watching. I know it's a weird thing for me to review. I've never reviewed a piece of furniture before. So if you stuck out through it, thank you very much. And I will see you next time, when I'll be sitting in this. And yeah, keep an eye on Twitch, because this is gonna get me through a lot of streams soon. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.